We were just playing this earlier this week, and we were in the middle of a long dungeon, and it was actually going pretty well, which I need to knock on something, because nothing goes well in Darkest Dungeon, especially when you say it out loud. I kind of say so. Yeah, I would tell people that I don't have anger is not like, hey, thanks, sir. Appreciate that. You remember our venerable stream, Optimus Imperial.
You're super awesome. Thanks. Appreciate that.
If you've seen Inside Out, where they talk about your brain being piloted by different emotions, and there's different people that just don't have certain emotions in their brain, I don't really have anger as one. I can get frustrated or a little bit irritated, but it has never escalated. I've never rage quit a game. I've never thrown a controller. It's just, I get really sad and embarrassed and stressed out and anxious, but mad doesn't happen.
Pace out the halls of your lineage.
We lucked out and got a full map of the dungeon last time we came here. That was pretty great. We did have a new monster spawn. I think I had just finished resting. Yeah. Kawaii isn't embarrassed. I don't think that's the word I'd use to describe it.
What if I say kawaii?
Devastating blow.
Kawaii. Don't ever do that again, Marstead.
Battle ballad. Give him a chance to do it, he will. I can't get the guy in the furthest back position. Oh well. Nice crits again, man. These last couple sessions have just been crit shows. Bayonet jab, sends them back a step. Interesting. Okay, let's see. This guy does not have stun resist, so let's go for it now. Seems correct. And let's do our Zealous Accusation with all that bonus accuracy. That is the dream right there. Goodness. I am excited about the PS4 remaster of Shadow of the Colossus. I'm probably going to wait a while to play it. I actually already played Shadow of the Colossus twice on stream. We did one when we moved to test the new stream setup from California to New Mexico.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Let's start healing. How about? Well, the additional stress from this enemy is probably not worth weathering. Let's see. Probably do a party heal next turn. Try pulling this dude forward here. Do Iconoclast's main plus extra. Alright, let's recover some stress. Try to get a party heal off before we kill this enemy. I feel like it's a little bit more forgiving on number of turns that I can take before it gets mad.
The match is struck.
32, 34, 27, 25, 40, 47. This is here. It's fine. Keep everybody stress-free and topped off on health. Aw, I was hoping I'd get to go for. Hey, missed, so it worked out. Fantastic. Let's see. I could finish healing her, and then someone else can kill this thing. Let's do that. Go for the kill. I guess I could have used Judgment as well, but I got some stress recovery by doing it that way. Yeah, 1,500 gold. Jiminy G's. Alright, so I get to skip this room. I could maybe skip one more room, I think it is. I think I asked this question last time, I didn't catch if somebody answered. If you have 90% of rooms in a long dungeon, is that typically 2 rooms that you're allowed to skip? I counted it up, but I'm not sure how the rounding works. If I were in this game as an actual person, what class would I play? Probably a Vestal. I like healing support type roles. Hey, alright. Good start. We were having lots of problems with disarming traps last session. Alright, so one of these has a trap, and one of them has a obstacle. I think we still have... We have enough shovels for the whole dungeon, so we may as well take the obstacle path. Although, let me think. No, I think that's right. I like to avoid this battle down here, but if I can, it's not a big deal. Long dungeon's 3 rooms, 2 in a medium, 1 in a short. Okay, I can actually skip 3 regardless of the count of rooms. So I guess I can skip this room too, would be nice.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
I love the narrator of this game. Let's not fuck with that. That seems like a bad thing. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? This is a long... When I counted up the rooms, it looked like it should only be 2, but I wasn't sure how the math on it actually worked. Of course, 90% trap.
Ancient
That hit pretty hard,
lie
too.
in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood.
Yeah, because I had 2 firewoods. We super lucked out with getting that full dungeon map. I think we got it in the very first room, too. So that's what's made this so smooth. It's incredible how much just being prepared makes this game easier to play. Probably going to be starving next time
A handsome reward
prompted to eat.
for a task
I think I
well
dumped
performed.
food early on. I wasn't expecting to have to eat back to back that much. I hate backtracking. It's the worst. Ah, there's a secret room over there. Shit. Those are usually worth going into, aren't they? I guess I could clear the dungeon and then come back for it. They usually have, like, rewards in them.
In Radiance, may
The
we
enemies
find
can still be
victory.
spawning if I clear it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty full on space. I don't know if I want to have to make the decision on what to keep and what to toss. Another map. Oh boy. Okay, I do have a key.
Impressive.
It's crits. Stress recovery. Beauty. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Leon. I hope you feel better. Let's do minus 17 dodge. Ouch. I don't like when they get to go that early, especially when they have a 20 speed buff. Although I guess the speed buff wasn't in effect yet, right? This guy can still go and I can still stun him, so I think that's correct. Good call, drinking water. Alright, let's go. Zealous accusation. Nice.
Onslaught. Destroy
Good crit, too.
them all.
They're really being nasty to poor Yukupo. I need a healer. Nice 20 crit heal. And no bleed. Living the dream. 22 crit.
Restored.
Nice. That blanket hype. I was so close. I think he only has 1 hit point left. Bummer. No bleed. Nice.
Destroyed.
Very nice. More blood. Oh, blood stacks. That's
As
good to know.
victories mount, so too will
I still don't know what blood does, so. We'll see. I'm considering skipping.
The requirements of
Damage
survival
and stress.
cannot be met on an empty stomach.
Walking back would be a little bit too dangerous, I think, when I'm already starving, so. Okay, it looks like it's 2 rooms in a long dungeon. That's okay, we can handle one more battle. Lock display cabinet. Hey,
Packs laden with loot
That's
are
fine.
often low on supplies.
look at all this cash. Is that my last torch? Ooh, man. Yeah, let's not go back. I guess I ended up not using firewood, which I don't think I've ever done. Alright, surprise. Fantastic. Let's pull one of these guys forward first. Or should we stun them? I think they're kind of useless in the front row, though. Do I need a backseat KB viewer? No, I'm okay. You can, if you want to discuss stuff that I'm doing wrong or should be doing, you can type ! hide before your message. Everybody else in chat can see it, but I will not be able to. Thank you for asking. This guy in the back is still in the best possible situation. Ouch. Alright, let's keep buffing everybody. I might start removing stress once they get a little bit lower on health. Let's see.
A momentary abatement.
I probably didn't need to do a party heal. This should be my last combat for the whole dungeon, but just playing it safe, you know. Awesome. Sometimes things just work. Okay, let's start clearing out stress, yeah? 18, 19, 19, 11. Okay, resists it right now. Let's pull this guy all the way forward so he doesn't have to bayonet. That clears all the corpses, so. 25 healing. Very nice. Ooh, gross.
Reeling, about to break.
One step closer to the edge.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. Soothe.
Oh, I misspoke. Yeah, 20. 5 times 4, not 5 times 5.
A momentary abatement.
It's because I'm using this ability every turn that increases crit. That's why I'm getting so many of them. Feels pretty good, though. Hey, Kubo. What's up? Nice dodge. I was kind of worried about that. Get as much stress healing in here as I can before we leave. How are we doing? 3, 7, 12. Let's go for the worst stress. Hey, Friday. Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Friday/Saturday.
Confidence.
2 damage from my vulnerability X. Oh man, 12 crests? Yeah, let's start dumping stuff. We definitely don't need the shovel. Wait, let's see what's in its chest first. Okay, so I can totally dump this. I didn't use any of those bandages, and now's the time to dump them. I guess I could dump the firewood. Having firewood at the end of the adventure does nothing for me, right?
The shifted corridors and slopes.
Greater riches were never witnessed. Achievement unlocked.
Feel familiar.
What does that mean? Collect at least 20,000 gold from a single quest. Nice. Portraits. I got my Book of Sanity. Got 30 crests. 12 busts. Ah, shit. 2 characters are level 5.
A fresh irritant, the sum.
Crumbling stone entry. A forgotten labyrinthine garden has been uncovered. The discoverer sadly has perished from innumerable insect stings. Concern arises. Stress reduction activities are slightly less effective. I think that was the event last time as well. I still don't think I can afford any of these, right? Like, what's the cheapest one? 75 maybe? Performance hull, 10% stress, 2 speed, additional finale damage. I never used finale though. 2 bottles of blood are brewed each week. 60 busts. Let's see. Blacksmith, I was still working on maxing out, but I should probably take advantage of the fact that I have all these portraits and busts, so what else can I spend those on? Nomad wagon is just crests. Yeah, it's definitely supposed to be an endgame activity. That's the way I read it. I can get more patient cells for removing diseases. That would be nice. Let me think about my other options first. Well, no, let's just grab this first one. So this is telling me that I don't actually get more word slots for getting the second tier upgrade. Okay. And these ones are so cheap that I may as well take them.
Curious methodologies and apparatus can calm even the most tormented soul.
Portraits. How about the skill trainer? This one, guild. That's portraits, okay. And save up to get to 24, or I can make training cheaper. Let's do this. I want it to be as cheap as possible, because that'll save me money over the very long term of gameplay. I can maybe upgrade one of these, but I feel like I should... Now I've just depleted most of my crests. Alright, let's clear out our level 5 heroes' diseases. We need to go here. So let's see. 6-gun has disease resist and bleed resist, so aren't too bad. Virtue chance isn't too bad. Vertigo isn't too bad. Rabies I'm actually benefiting from because I'm using Sanguine Haze's buff skill. I guess I won't have it for at least a couple dungeons if I want to get Washu to level 5, so maybe I should get rid of that. Let's see who else has diseases. I'm trying to take stuff that's like super bad. Tetanus is pretty ass. The worries is pretty ass. Let's do the worries. Soreness. Not awful. Lethargy, that's pretty bad. I like that some of the diseases have beneficial effects. Okay. Now, we need to... Nobody really needs stress recovery, right? Kaimok's missing. Where'd she go? She's one of the best characters. Is that gonna show up in here somewhere? I thought it tells you. Okay, here we go. Has gone on a personal vision quest to achieve enlightenment. Oh, because she was meditating. So we just can't use her. She's fine. Let's see. So... sort by level then. Hopefully that stress will go away when she gets back. Let's try to level up some of our lower level characters then. I could try Leon. I haven't tried out Flagellant yet. So Punish. Looks like they're mostly front 2 rows. Heal 1 point per round for 2 rounds, but you make yourself bleed 3 points a round for 3 rounds. Interesting. Still 33% max HP. Oh, on an ally, that's actually quite good. So they can function as a healer. So they have 4 skills that work in any row, and 3 skills that only work in the first 2. Transfer bleed, transfer blight. So they're kind of like tank healers, it looks like. Reduce other people's stress in exchange for gaining stress themselves. Sanguinate. 5-point bleed. Good lord. Bleed 2 per round and gives them bleed resist debuff. Hits both enemies in the back. It's kind of nice. I guess you want them to have a really good bleed resist so that the bleed doesn't land from reclaim. I don't think what I guess it'd probably take. Oh, and you can only use this below 50% HP. Interesting. Yeah, okay. We'll try using Leon. Why not? Ruins up to level 5. So what does getting to different levels do? Does it just increases the number of missions that can occur there at a given time? Common, slay the boss. 40% damage versus stonework. Huh. I don't think I've seen much stonework. Sonorous profits. Lead skill chance minus 20% healing skills. So that's the opposite of what we want if we're going to use that character as a healer. 100% of room battles. 25% charge. I might actually use that. This is the Hellion, right? And I keep my torch up. Let's do this one. It's a long level 1 map, though. I don't have another... I guess I can bring Plaster. Let's see. Bring Puzzled Kiwi. Let's bring Loot Effects. We need someone who can actually do damage, which I think would be Opulent Imperial. Make sure that everybody's in a reasonable row position. 4, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yawp, Iron Swan, Wicked Hack, Adrenaline Rush. Okay. Happy with all of them. And let me make sure that they've got gear. He has a stun, doesn't he? Okay, good. Let me take off of 6-gun this upgrade. It's so powerful. If I die with a trinket in a dungeon, do I lose it forever? Is that a concern that I should have? 20 columns. Good God, Nodovan. I thought you said 2,000 columns last time. Talk about cleaned up, though. Sort by class restriction. Still only Plague Doctor, only Armist. These are pretty good, but the -8 dodge is pretty sucky. Disease resist, blight resist. Can't use 2 of those. Stun skill chance up is pretty awesome. Do they have a stun? They do. And they have a lot of blights. Okay, cool. Let's give it a shot. It's another long one, so I'm going outside my comfort zone. You can carry it back with someone else. It shows up like loot, assuming you win the fight that killed the person. But if you don't win the fight, it's gone forever. Alright, I don't really need bandages this time. I do need 3 shovels, seems like enough. Let's bring tons of food. I ran out of torches last time, but I'll probably be okay. This is probably fine. Bring a couple keys. And maybe a few more torches. I'll find a way to use them. That's overkill, but I can always trash them later, and they're very inexpensive. I guess let me make it like 4. That should be fine. Plague Doctor in the Warrens. Oh, is this a blight area? Okay, well, let me find somebody else then. I still don't really have a easy memory for that. Try Polar Brewski maybe. Are they bleed or blight based? Fucking. I could try Leon. I'm worried about his skills though. Kinda have to have him in the second row. I don't think that Mana War can do much in third row. I guess actually it's not that bad if I focus more on those sorts of skills. Let me go ahead and buy a skill upgrade for mood effects. Let's see. So we would want... We don't want to go forward 1. Bellow, debuff target, command, accuracy, and crit. Third row, third row. Rampart moves you forward 1. There's no way to go back 1, right? I really would like to have a stun. I guess I can take Bellow instead. Just have him be a totally back row character. Well, that's just a debuff on their dodge and speed. That's actually not super great. Try this. Okay, give it a shot. We'll give it a try. They seem pretty good. Try to take the stuff that doesn't require them to be low on resources, and we'll see how it plays out. I have 1 source of stun. 24... 20... 2 of these, 3 of these... And that should be fine, right? Let's give that a shot. I'd almost take the Plague Doctor just for the thing that stuns 2 enemies in the back, especially with the upgrade that I had.
They breed quickly down there in the dark. But perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Blades. What do the little question marks under each item mean? I could potentially use this to interact with the curio. I don't think I remember seeing those before.
Cruel machinations spring to life.
I've seen that trap and not realized it. Okay. They both got bleed. Good camping skills. It looks cool. He can't stress out? Oh, was that just like a passive feature? I didn't notice that as one of their skills. How does that work? It's just impossible for them to get it. Vertigo, shit. It's a 2-point bleed, it's a 4-point bleed. This guy's gonna die in his next turn.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Ha, interesting. This guy's gonna die in his next turn anyway, so that wasn't super necessary. Bolsters the whole party, right? Yeah, I want to just use that every turn. Plus 7 dodge, plus 3 speed is quite good.
Compassion
20 healing.
In the fevered pitch of battle.
How does he heart attack if stress doesn't matter? Ouch. So you probably want to activate the riposte or the riposte and the guard ability at the same time if we're going to have him in the back. To make sure that he defends and then triggers the counterattack. Oh right, he was resistant to it. Bummer.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
I know, right? Now, are enemies more likely to target marked characters, or only if they have a mark-related ability? Should have brought some bandages. So I can remove it myself. .200 stress is the only one.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
I see. Nice heal for 9.
A death by inches.
Fantastic. Got a bandage. So I'll have somebody equip that disease resist. Oh, I forgot to give him any gear. Oops. Bone altar. 1 rounds, 7 dodge, 3 speed, 22 accuracy, 15% damage until camp. Cool. I do not crave the void. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I can only skip 1 room unless if it rounds, so maybe I can skip 2.
Glittering gold, trinkets and
25 gold.
paid for in blood.
50% stun resist. I guess I'll just try to kill him. Shit. These guys are pretty bleed resistant, huh? Nice dodges. Ouch. Back row smack. Okay. Oh, that heals somebody else and he bleeds himself. Okay. I thought that it was a heal that he did on himself. The idea was that she wanted to resist the bleed. Makes more sense. The narrator in this game is pretty awesome. Agree. Nice block.
Formation is broken.
Dodge, I should say.
Maintain the offensive. Continually
I'll take it.
onslaught.
Works for me.
Destroy them all.
I don't think he has any move or stun skills. It's kind of a waste. Oh, well. Black Plague. Oh boy. That's terrible. Wow. I think I prefer the Darkest Dungeon area. The one in Bastion's pretty awesome, though, for that setting.
Impressive.
Just gave everybody the dodge buffs, yeah? 2% stun resist. There's a guy in the far back. 2 damage per round. Yop's only going to target him.
Obliterated.
Shouldn't have. I should have stunned the other guy, but I forgot that I had Iron Swan. It's kind of a waste. That's okay. Ouch. Totally should have stunned him instead. Oops. My bad. Six damage. He's gonna die in his next turn.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Really only using 2 of the Man at War's skills, but that's not terrible. Rain of Whips. See, I bet that the Flagellant likes that. See, not even Harrison Ford's narration in Blade Runner. Yeah, it's pretty garbage. 20 heals once again. Nice crits.
Quakes.
Nice.
Size alone does not dissuade the sharpened
Kiwi's
blade.
pretty good damage. Heirlooms.
A handsome
which I can't
reward
take.
for a task well performed.
375 gold. I think I'll hold on. 1 damage per round, 1 damage per round. Hey, Lucky Scout. Here's my best trap disarmor. Not that it matters. Nope.
Ancient.
It's really, really good.
Lie in wait. Unsprung and thirsting for blood.
A nasty gash. Man, I'm not having good luck with curios this run. Alright, another scout. Good day. That shows me almost all the rooms in the dungeon. Alright, why don't we skip this one in the corner then? Here we go. Good job. Great Jorb, Hamstray. Gotta get some big heals off in this one. Hey, Chaos, how you doing? Nice surprise. Okay. The Barbaric Yaup. Oh yeah? What gives you trouble playing it?
A powerful blow.
Like it's stressful? Yaup. It's the dream. Double stun. Nice miss. Take that as the dodge bonus from the Man at War. There's not a way to play optimally. Yeah, so I'm really interested that this game, the optimal play thing doesn't stress me out like it does in an RTS. I think it's because I can break every decision down. Like, every single thing you do in this game is a discrete action with an opportunity cost. Compared to... Oh, she is so diseased right now. Compared to a lot of other games where I'm trying to think if I should do this or if I should hit the guy in the front. I should probably start damaging this guy. You have all the time in the world, and then what your decision boils down to is a risk versus reward analysis. I think healing the party is correct here. Aw. Kitty. Nice dodge. I guess I could use the Yaup again, right? I'm trying to think what's correct. This dude has 7 hit points. Is going to go down to 5 next turn. I think this is going to give me more opportunity to succeed here. Yeah, I prefer Final Fantasy X's combat system to any... Because the ATB system in Final Fantasy is kind of bullshit. Like, it's not actually an interesting mechanic at all. It's, the computer still gets to act immediately, right? Usually I have a bard in the party, and I keep an eye on trying to reduce their stress as much as possible, or keep as many people with the crit buff as possible, because crits keep your stress way low. I gotta start killing these guys instead of just delaying the inevitable here. This dude's got 4 hit points and will die in his next turn, so that's a waste. Ah, bummer. 1 point of dying. I can kill him on this turn. Okay. This guy is only taking 2 per round, so that would be a waste. That's another big part of it. Like, I'm actually doing a bad job in this combat in particular. If you notice, whenever I had Yukipo in my party, I would always pull the stress dealer from the back row to the front row and focus and stun them down as fast as possible to keep them from stressing out the party. That's a huge deal, actually. Let's go with... Let's see, what do I actually want to do here? I want to kill this guy before he gets to axe. Ah, man, listen.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
The risk reward in this game is mostly the RNG component. Like, if the game was completely deterministic, you wouldn't really have that. Yeah, this game is every single decision you make is a risk versus reward decision. Like, you know, I get a non-specific reward from bolstering the party. Like, I can't be certain that the additional chance to dodge is going to save me the damage that I might save if I just kill this enemy, right? So sure, yeah, there's risk-reward decisions in virtually everything you do, but this game is a lot more focused on it, I would argue. And like decisions within decisions, right? In a RTS game. I assume that persists even when I'm walking around outside of combat.
These creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
That's the tricky part of it, though. That in an RTS, like, when 1 second passes, depending on your APM, you could do 4 things in that 1 second, even if it's just clicking to be ready to click again. Sinful behavior is vanquished. All these diseases. Ugh. Look at all that minus damage, too. Man, I'm just gonna have to use her as a stun machine, and basically nothing else. Hey, in their inventory slot. So I guess the OP way to build the flagellant is to, or flagellant is to give him a bunch of bleed resist so he can put that restore HP thing on people. So Those rotted the soft, vulnerable flesh, slowly suffocating without gills. The worst was their eyes, close set and forced to squint through fleshy slits. Love this game. It looks like it remembers which of those you've read, even if you didn't bring it back to town with you, which is kind of cool. So I go up, left, down, left, up, left. Let's do that. Knowledge and optimization. Right. Really? Really? Oh, he can get to the front easily. That's good to know. Very conversation inducing. Let's see.
Well,
Nice crit, and then he's gonna die. Yeah. Beauty. We don't have to worry about more stress and diseases coming from that guy. Keep up these dodge buffs. I'm gonna try to power that up as much as I can. It's pretty great. I think that the who's the character? The Antiquarian is also pretty focused on providing dodge buffs. I don't really have a DPS character right now other than maybe the Flagellant. Where would you put the emphasis on that syllable? Like, its flagellation is to whip yourself. So someone who flagellates is a flagellant? Flagellant? Probably flagellant, the second one. Moving forward sucks with that character.
masterfully executed.
Yeah, that's the joke. Emphasis on the wrong syllable. Making fun of the fact that you're emphasizing the wrong syllable.
A brilliant confluence of skill and
I have no idea. Flagellant? Flagellant. Okay. Right on. Guy's gonna die in his next turn. She still hits pretty hard even with all those damage penalties. Flagellate, flagellant. Flagellant. Flatulent. That's what he is. I'll take it.
foolish horrors.
I will take the ring.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Driven into the mud hype. Guess we can find out here whether it rounds up or down in the 90% of rooms thing. I can skip this room and then back. Well, no. Shouldn't do that. I still don't know what's in these top two corners. They could also have battles. Flagellant. Yeah. So see, I'm focusing down the stress lady first. It's usually the character in the back row. If you can pull them to the front, that disables their ability to do stress nonsense, which is very nice. It's going to do very much damage. I should just keep everybody buffed up. I'm going to stun her to keep her from stressing anybody. And she's going to die in her next turn anyway now. That's okay. Fantastic. We're all really slime people. Deep down in our bowels. Just keep up the dodge buff. Right. They both have the resist. No reason to heal anybody, so I'll try to burn this guy down a little bit.
soothed,
He's still not quite there.
sedated.
He'll die in his next turn, so I can ignore him now. Ouch. Gross crit. Ouch. We'll do the whip thing to the face. So much blood. Okay, now they're both gonna die in their turn, so let me try to get some heals in the meantime. Use this just in case they get it. No, they won't get a chance to attack. What am I thinking about? Crit for 16 healing. What a treat. Yeah, that's the whole reason you use antiquarians, right? It's like you're kind of debuffing your party. You have to have them do the looting. Oh, I didn't know I could use an item from here before I looted it. That's cool. Well, today I learned. What do I want to dump here? Maybe the 300 gold. I could dump the shovel. I've already used it twice. I'm gonna regret it later. How much is the shovel worth on resale at the end? A map would have been nice. I will rest in the next room. I think it's probably about
In
time.
Radiance, may we find
An inventory slot
victory.
back. Yeah. If their skills are crap, they have one skill that increases everybody's dodge, and that's actually fairly decent. But that's the only reason you use them, to just spam that over and over and over. Nice crit. You are damned. Damn good looking. You're raining blood on them from your own back. It is 20% bleed resist, still didn't get blood by that.
Inspiration and
I think that's a secret ability, kind of like the Flagellant's ability. You guys are decent stun resist. I'm not in front, so I should have put her in front. Crap. Forgot to move her in. She could have killed this drummer guy before he can make us all diseased and stressed. Four damage per round. Sucks! Sucks really bad. Now, dodging an attack is a huge deal in this game. Like, the character wasted their action on you. And you don't have to waste actions later healing up. Okay, so is it actually gonna land this time? This guy still has one hit point. Finish him off here. Now he'll die on his next turn. This guy's not quite gonna die on his next turn, but I can Retribution him and make it happen. Now he will. Yay, dodge buff. They may not have had it, yeah. No, it looks like you look at all their skills and like that even doesn't stand out to you until you realize that if you're using her for nothing but that, you just stack that every single turn and then it actually gets pretty good. That's the only way to make it viable though. DPS is pretty low at this party, but my survivability is very good. And a lot of it has to do with that secret room artifact I picked up. That makes it so her healing is like 60% better or something crazy. Very nice, very nice.
This
Can't get any of
expedition
that
at
shit.
least promises success.
Highwayman. The road to this damned hamlet was a tricky one both to find and to travel. When I revealed this ruined face, I swore I'd never seen such neglect. Some buildings collapsed and uncaring residents fidgeting uselessly. I went swiftly to the tavern, others with similar interests. I gathered there and I was assembled into an exposition. Leave it first light. That's one of the people that came to my town at the beginning. Okay, well it's only 30% healing skills, but you combine that with the 15% healing skills. she's doing a party heal for like 9, or no, it's like 5 or 6 damage per person. And if everyone was down by 5, that's such an efficient heal. It's like one of the most efficient actions I can take from among all of my party members right now. Oh, I have 4 shells. No, fuck that shit. I didn't even notice I had another one. Oh, it's okay. I would have traded out for Cress anyway. Heirlooms are where it's at. I don't want to fight this battle. I'll risk backtracking. Rest in the next room. I'll switch them out so she can use Iron Swan again in case we fight another one of the back row vomiting pigs. Worst.
Reeling, about to break.
One step closer to the edge. Focus this dude down ASAP. Avoid some damage. It's like pre-healing. I guess I gotta use Barbaric Yaup instead. Oh well. Would have been a better use of the turn and then had her heal that turn instead.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
He'll die in his next turn. You're fine. It's party heal. Ooh, that's on the much lower end of the roll she could have gotten. Big bleeds on the boss. Keep buffing that dodge. We're up to what? Plus 14 dodge. Staggering force. Let's yop him. Yop it up. Ooh, beauty crit. 8 damage bleed. Yeah, I see why the Flagellant is really good.
A momentary abatement.
Junk party heal on her. And stack 2 4 damage bleeds on a character. It adds up pretty fast. $21 dodge. Yeah. That's the ticket. I bleed. You're gonna die on your next turn. Let me just heal them. Nerds are bad, so a massive goodie is never appropriate public attire. Oh, there's the bleed. So there you'd want to have a party member who can remove bleed.
Beyond one's limits.
Dodge. Ouch. I'll take it.
Seize this
I guess I'll
momentum.
eat some food, right?
Push on to the task's end.
There's no reason to not take food into your inventory, I feel like. That should be fine. Does it actually affect your mass?
The way is lit.
Technically,
the path
yes.
is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Let's rest. Oh, somebody needs extra food. Shoot. Well, I got 24. That'll leave me with 14. Should be plenty. Good for everybody's stress. Remove disease. Only costs 1. Heck yeah. It's a pretty good skill. Removes blight, removes bleeding. Plus 3 speed for 4 battles. Make sure somebody has a no nighttime ambush skill. Four battles of plus 10% damage. I like that reject the gods. Anyone that's religious, they still get stressed. You rant about it, makes you feel better. Okay, time cost 3. She's not going to take the advantage of the plus 8% crit, I don't think, so. No one else can just do... I guess I can do minus stress. Let's do this one, and let's put it on the flagellant. We'll call that. Yeah, not facing the fire. Okay, so we're gonna go here and then backtrack should be fine. Oh, what's with the heal that happened at the end of...
Unsurprising.
There was like a crit heal when you finished bleeding.
Earliest settlers.
That's just a passive ability of the character? Interesting. Hey,
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Spiders. Everybody's favorite enemy. Two damage bleed. How's your week been, Johan? Ooh. Good God. 15 damage crit from one of these dinky spiders? It's gotta be like one of the highest numbers they can possibly pull off. Lord. Have mercy. Nice, Johan. Okay, they'll die on their next turn. So I can ignore them and just focus these two.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Let's kill one of them. Or miss, that works too. I got really used to having the bard that was constantly spamming the accuracy buff and like never having to deal with missing. Okay, that one's gonna die in its next turn. Let's try nuking this one. Alright.
The pit.
Bye-bye, Spidey.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Okay, so the theory is, even though it rounds down to like 1.4, it's going to round up to 2 rooms that are skippable. Because I think that the short adventures are less than 10 rooms, and you can still skip 1 room in those. So I think if I do this battle, I should be done. Find out. Now, the madman. What a jerk.
Horror.
I gotta kill this thing, or stun this thing. Shit, got to go. I hate that ramen skill. At least use it on him. He can remove diseases when he's resting. Okay. Oh, it sucks. Oh, I hate it. Get that yelp, and then next turn we'll Iron Swan the Madman. Wait, I thought we said nothing happens when you,
Our old friend.
gets to 100, unless if Rapturous is a buff, basically. Maybe that's what it's supposed to be.
A devastating blow.
I bet that's how it works. Alright, so he's gonna die in his next turn, so we don't have to worry about him. Party can use heals though. Hey, there's our 20 damage party heal. Ooh, feels good. Go for that barbaric Yaup, or not Yaup, we're gonna do Iron Swan and kill this guy. Ugh. Every time. He moves into the front, okay, so there are some downsides to it, it looks like. If I hit him at all, it'll give him a 6 damage bleed and he'll die the next turn. This guy's already dying, so it's a little bit of a waste, but... Oh no, it only took 1 damage. Shit. No, the Flagellant is supposed to... Nodovan was saying that he ignores getting to stress 100 and only dies at stress 200. But he still got a negative quirk when he got to stress 100. Maybe it's just he always gets the same quirk and it's always positive or something. It wasn't a virtue. He's supposed to be an exception to the usual rule of the virtue test.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
I like them using the design space of having a character that wants to develop stress. There's still a lot... They could enhance this game for decades, I feel like, and find more things to build off of. I'd like to have a character that consumes treasure as their resource, because I feel like in the longer dungeons you would totally use that. Well, let me heal. Definitely got afflicted. It's definitely not all upside. I'll have to ask Nodovan what he was talking about when he gets back here. Maybe they removed that. It used to be a thing that they could do. No. What'd they add propagate? Well, he dies on his next turn, so let's try to heal everybody here. Quit his bitching about individually party heals. That's good. Unironically blamed buff.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Lights. Alright, let's put people back where they should be. They added Solaire as a character. That's cool. Okay, gotta kill the puking. Kill and or stun the puking one. Can't quite reach it from all the way back here. I'm gonna try to judge him. Alright. He's dead when he acts. That was the dream right there. I feel like Dark Souls would fit pretty well in this game.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
Nodovan said that the Flagellant, something good happens when they reach 100 stress, but it looks like it's just something bad. He won't accept healing, he says stuff that pisses off the party. Like, I don't see any benefit to it. Die next turn, very good. Fill up my dodge buff. Maybe he's got like a passive damage buff or something. That's a trade-off. Yeah, he keeps really stressing out the party, actually. The only ever gets afflicted with Rapturous. And what all are the effects of Rapturous, Kevin? Yeah, but it still means that it's not good for him to have an affliction, right? I was taking it as his special ability was that he was all upshot if he was afflicted. That's not the case. He wouldn't take a buff either. %, damage, +3 speed, +3 crit. Gives a great decrease in dodge by -20. There's a chance for them to deal stress damage to the party. Attack on their own. Attack party members at the start of the turn. Doesn't use the character's turn. Yeah, no, I'm never gonna let him hit full stress again. That's pretty bad. Yikes. No, I understand. I didn't expect it to work that way. Again, blame Nodovan. He said nothing bad happens if he gets to 100 stress. It's like, okay, I'll let that happen. And then it's been very bad. He'll die in his next turn. He does a lot of... If he's not stressed out, he's pretty cool, though. Something good happens if he hits 0 HP. That's cool. Let's see, do a party heal. It's only gonna affect 2 people. 18 crit. Nice. And just being below 50% health gives him some big damage bonus. So you don't want to heal him, I guess.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates
So back in the warren, smell the remains of my companions. It's one of my favorite lines. Pride. My wounds are too severe to allow the completion of my task, thus the desecration must resume another time. Curious, there's a ring in my pocket. Where it came from, I can't begin to guess. Though it bears the sigil of the estate's ancestral owner. Very curious. Alright, let me see if I can make room here for... Everybody else is topped off. Looks like I'm only allowed to skip one room, so I can't always round it down. Let's go scope out this secret room since it's close, though. Hey. Great treasures. Oh, nice.
Waiting to be spent.
So, probably not going to get to use the other 2 skeleton keys. We'll dump one of those. This is worth more than 425 gold, so we'll dump that one. I'm not going to need 8 torches to finish the dungeon, so we'll dump this one. That works. That's cool, I get to turn around without having to walk backwards. Warrior Sunlight, Dragon Slayer Knight, that's cool. Can you post a link to the art for them? Wonder if they nailed the style. This game has a very distinct visual style.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave.
I saw it
the fool
on the map,
alike.
but I thought it was 1 square further ahead and totally walked into that. Bummer. Hey, surprise. Alright, let's try to kill this guy in the back, or this guy in the back. I guess I could stun this guy and try to DPS him down. Just skip his turn? I totally just skipped his turn. Ugh. Double ugh.
The light, the promise of safety.
Guess I'm not in front, so I can't do Iron Swan anyway, but I think the stun is ultimately going to be more valuable anyway. Red Plague. How many diseases does she have? She's got to be up to like 4 now? But you can only have 3.
Festering fear consumes the mind.
So much blood. Oh wow. She has so many diseases that she replaced her old disease. And the new one's still pretty bad. Give her another disease. Rational.
Reeling, gasping, taken over the edge.
The egg, the black plague, the red plague. She get a super bonus for having all the plagues. Alright. No more puke from you, please. That makes sense. That's a reasonable thing to say. Take 7. Alright, just using your turn to heal someone that was at full health. Rapturous. What a trash ability. Guess it's nice to be able to predict what's going to happen.
Eradicated.
Cut that shit out, dude. Marked herself, okay. Okay, the 2 stress dealers are gone. Just don't want the flagellant to die. I guess we'll see how expensive it is to recover his stress. If it's too high, I might just ditch him. It's not worth the XP he earned on this adventure. For bleed. Oh, he resisted it. Shit. Cannot lean on another. Poor propagate. Nice crit.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Hidden but never healed.
Another abomination.
Fine, at least you killed him.
From our lands.
+2 speed. Oh, I like that. It's fine. Whoa, I'm not done? The hero's deeply disturbed. Great. 100% of room bat. Oh, I didn't read. I didn't read. That is the mistake that I just made. He won't camp, really?
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
That's a bummer.
Should you take damage from eating? No other spirits have commanded that I fast. Okay. He just did a big heal for some reason. He has no diseases. I'm gonna have a 1-coster. Reading helps. It hasn't been. After the last one went so well. Oy vey. Let's go this way. Here's my trap disarmer. God, everyone sucks at disarming traps now. Hey, we got a disarm. Something good happened. Hooray. Four characters. She's gonna die from this bleed, shit.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Next time I maybe shouldn't have someone that's in that situation interacting with curios that can cause you to bleed. It's a long mission. Let Kiwi die. Alright, let me get her out of death's door. I'll eat a food so I have a chance to heal her up here. Probably should use another torch just to try to get the surprise round. Leon's about to die from stress. He's got 1 damage up. Heart attack.
From becoming unwound.
Bye, Leon. Nice knowing you, buddy. Now, why did everyone stun, and why did my party get a big heal from Leon dying? Is that just a thing that they get to do? It's kind of a cool mechanic. Eight's pretty good. It's a cool thing he does when he dies. Is it when he gets to 0 or when he dies? You're gonna die in your next turn.
Another one falls.
Stun bomb on death. Oh, that's cool. So that's what you do. You recruit flagellants to bring on level 1 missions to buff the rest of the party, and you let them stun bomb themselves, basically. That's funny. Not accept healing. Okay, that's fine. Be that way. Watch him attack the Vestal now, right? Still stun resistant. Oh, bummer. Pretty good counterattack. I'll take it. Yeah. Really good for the early game. Use them up really fast. Basically is how I see it.
Trifling victory.
These are the things left behind by the dead character. I don't need more shovels, so I can dump those. And this is kind of cool, but who would take it? Need that stun skill chance is very good. Guess I can fill up my torches. I only have 1 more room to get to, right?
A blazing
Like right in
star
front of
is
it.
born.
Right. You can't see the gold value in the dungeon though, right? It's only in town, I think. These things have pretty good stun resist, so I should probably just try to kill him here. Maybe use Iron Swan at the start. Get Riposte in here as well. Riposte. We looked that up during Dark Souls, and both are valid pronunciations. I think Riposte is preferred. Hey. God, my whole team is insane. It's one person's fault.
There can be no hope in this hell. No hope at all.
You tell me. Depends on your Frenchness. He's gonna come back and everyone's gonna be all up on his shit. Fuck out of it. Way to go, bud. What? Just trying to be helpful. He did say that the Flagellant's really good in the early game. He said, I think the word he used was OP in the early game, which is true if you're just trying to blow him up. I don't need any of
Remind
this.
yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Don't think it said that was locked. Hey, deeds, I need those. Right? Is there anything else that I can reasonably dump? I'm trying to think if this is worth more than 750 gold. Probably not, since it's common. Hey, we made it.
Skills fade.
What did we get? 25 stress if torch is above 75, plus 10 accuracy if torch is above 75. Okay. I do want that, I think. Always keep my torch there. Nervous. I feel like it's difficult to try to micromanage the quirks of your party. Maybe you start worrying about that once the characters are at, like,
A sanguine member.
level 4 or 5. Stone entry to a forgotten labyrinthine garden has been uncovered. So it's the same one. Can I go to this labyrinthine garden? There's not actually a thing that I can access. No, I should probably upgrade some people's camping skills. They're pretty important, huh? Oh, it doesn't actually let you upgrade them? It just lets you change out the ones that they have equipped. I see. Gotcha. Well, let's keep getting rid of diseases here, I guess. Well, let's start with stress, huh? The early game, it seems like you're kind of a crazy person if you're trying to really look at every single character's quirks. There's just too much going on. Alright, well, there's my ultra stressed out party. Everybody else is having a good time. Do I want another flagellant? I might actually try to use flagellant specifically for that purpose, to detonate them in a low-level long dungeon. Doesn't seem like a completely terrible use of them. Alright, so can I put together a level 4, 3, and 4 party? You are, sounds good. Character's pretty great. Equip all trinkets. So it doesn't show me how much I can sell them for, right? Maybe they sell for a flat amount. I can sell something that's garbage just to test it. Oh, if you hold shift, it tells you how much it sells. It was 750. Well, I traded, 750 for 750, so it wasn't a loss. Are there a finite number of slots for these trinkets? Like, do I eventually run out of space to store them at home? The new thing I just got was this guy, which is for the Hellion. Which I'll worry about equipping later. Kaimom's still missing, which makes me sad. She's a really good character. Alright, let me try to make a party out of these guys. So we got a bunch of Crusaders. Definitely have to bring these two. Yeah, must be challenged, blah, blah, blah. Chaos and maybe another... Let's see, let's bring Kevin, and we'll back up and decide what we're going to have them use here. Washu's abilities are probably all fine. Kevin's abilities... Stunning, Battle Heal... I guess they could both take Holy Lance. Right? Oh, but it only works in the 3rd or 4th row, so I probably don't actually want that. Unless if they were swapping between who's in 2nd place. I've done that already. Like, their diseases aren't really bad enough. I don't really care about bleed resist or disease resist. I'm more concerned about things that affect stats, which primarily are my 2 people who are insane. I'm focusing on them not being insane first. Like, rabies is actually helpful for me when I use Sanguine Haze. Kevin, I don't really care about that stuff. Tetanus is kind of crappy, but the crit bonus is sort of nice. Okay. I think I want to do a short dungeon for these guys, because Washu and Yukupo are both about to ding. And the fact that they have like accuracy penalties and stuff, I don't want to stress out about too much. Decreases. Guard dog, lick wounds. Blackjack would be nice. I could justify having somebody else in the 3rd position, which I don't think I really can. I'd like to curify your horrifying disease. Cure you. But it benefits the team, so nope. Do guard from the back row. I've already got so many tanky characters that it's not super great. Stress -3. Does that affect the whole party? Cry Havoc? So. Marks target, debuffs them. Extra damage versus marked. I might actually want that one. Take a Houndmaster's useful with a bounty hunter. So he can mark stuff and the bounty hunter can kill him. I do want to upgrade this for when I can use it again in the future. I like the Blackjack stun effect. I'm not always able to use it. I think I'll just keep this. Spamming the AoE bleed on everybody makes sense. Those are already all caught up. Missile artillery could be nice, but that's only in the 3rd and 4th row, which I guess I'm using him in for this round, right? Instead of Hands from the Abyss, where he has to be in the 2nd row, even though that's super good with another stun. There's a lot of characters that can only stun from the 2nd row. Okay. Massive single target damage, that makes sense. Alright, let's give this group a try on a shorter dungeon. Medium, oh wait, I might not have an option for that. It might be medium is the best I can get. The healing skill boost for commander's orders, that's pretty nice. Debuff skill chance, move skill chance, 10% max HP. Have any other Houndmaster skills? What I take instead? Maybe do the global stress reduction. Oh, I like the bleed skill chance. That sounds great. And then the dodge from the agility whistle counteracts the bleed skill buff. Take it. Stun, +1 speed. Stun, -2 dodge. Okay, let's both counter each other. We'll give this a try. We'll do a medium dungeon. It's probably pushing it with this group. And it's room battles, which I'd rather do explore rooms and potentially avoid some rooms. Don't have great healing in this group, so it's all on Yukupo to land those party heals. Thank you, game. Good looking out. That would have been really bad, and I wouldn't have had a way of knowing. Alright, so then I only really need, like, 16 food, 2 shovels, key, and, like, 12 torches. I don't think 16 torches. That's fine. Where am I going to? The Cove? The Cove doesn't really have a focus on either bleed or blight, right? Or if anything, it's blight. Those like the Eldritch enemies. Maybe I should give people that Eldritch buff thing. Does Eldritch. It resists bleed. Oh, lame. I probably shouldn't take, The wield doesn't, though, right? Because the wield sucks for other reasons. Peeking guy. Two shovels, 2 keys, 16 torches, maybe some blight stuff, and let me look at my trinkets here. Get the damage versus Eldritch. What are the pig monsters considered to be? This game's really good. I don't know if I have any complaints about it, to be honest. Move resist. I don't really need a global speed bonus, do I? Oh, it's kind of a grinding game. It's beast and human beast. Okay. That makes sense, sir.
Corruption has soaked.
But you mean, like, by grinding, do you mean running
from these groves?
Easier early dungeons where it's safer? Alright, we saw a secret passage. That's exciting. I think I gotta go this way and then backtrack, but ignore this. Well, no, I should go take that room because there's no other battles on the way there. Skip something else later. Good pig slayer. Right on.
Finding the stuff is only the first test.
Yeah, I don't really have the
Now it must be
bandwidth
carried
to...
home.
that was close. 90%. Don't screw it up. Good job. Mm-hmm. I think it's still always interesting from combat to combat, so...
Festering
Slime monsters are Eldritch, maybe.
consumes the mind.
Well, it's not a great start. Yeah, I started doing that. I got into a point maybe in the first 7 hours where I had a real money problem. Like, I was having trouble affording provisions. So I just started sending in characters just to die. And I've recovered since then. I now have plenty of money and it's not really an issue anymore. But there was definitely a window there where that was a real concern. This group's DPS might not be good enough for what I'm trying to do. I guess we'll see. It's fairly tanky, and I've got someone who can heal if I get lucky, but we'll see how that actually plays out in practice. And it's only taking 1 damage from Hound's Hair, even with all the upgrades to it. I'll try killing these guys in the back. Didn't miss that time, that helps. Ah, hey, when they have 1 hit point left.
The horror.
Horror is a cool status effect. Very badly. The Flagellant, I went ahead and pushed him to 100 stress, and he stressed out the rest of the party, refused to accept healing, attacked party members. Wasn't good. They nerfed Towns, Harry? Oh. Did he used to have no downsides? That's pretty bad, actually. Kind of bummed about that. It used to be really good.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
16, pretty good. Probably should have taken that improved healing trinket for him instead of the dodge one. Ikupo. Can't do anything in row 3, yikes. What's the bleed on that? Still only 1 damage per round with the single target dog attack. Yikes. Yeah, this ain't super great. Gotta admit. I should have brought some bandages. I forgot that I had Yukupo here. It had a lot of really bad side effects, basically. Die from the bleed next turn at least. On the upside, he died and blew up and stunned all the enemies and healed everybody, so I feel like that's the correct way to use the Flagellant. Take him into a level 1 dungeon and just let him blow up. Right. He was getting his ass kicked because he wouldn't accept healing. Like, every third attempt to heal him or so, or every other attempt to heal him failed. This go. Yeah, he just died the very first time.
A blazing star is born.
A blazing star is born. Hype. Alright. So much nihilism. They have a Flagellant has a special ability, or a special affliction that only they get called Rapturous. It increases their damage by a bunch, but also causes a bunch of problems. Let's see what makes most sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I skipped this one. I think that's right. But I need to get that secret door. I guess I can get it and then turn around. Do it that way.
Waiting to be spent.
So how do hunger triggers work? Is there just preset places in the dungeon that are set to trigger hunger when you walk over them? I thought maybe it was based on time, but I just ate. I guess I should hit the secret door. That way if I have to exit this dungeon, which I fear I'm going to have to do, I can at least make out with some sick loot. Well, let's do this first. Just random every step. Is it totally random? Like, is there a upper bound, lower bound to the number of times you'll be forced to eat in a dungeon? Howdy. Oh god. I don't think I have any stealth removal. Or okay, I guess I have AoE. And I still have the vulnerability hex. Okay. Phew. AoE pulls him out of stealth too, which is nice. These things count as Eldritch, so that's good. Can't really get to the back row until I kill this guy, and his stun resist is like through the roof. Gotta kill both of them if possible. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't actually remove the stealth. I understand. Let me use this thing.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
It gives torch plus 20. That's kind of cool.
The light, the promise of safety.
How much does, like numerically, how much torch does one torch give you?
Unnerved, unbalanced.
It's a confusing question. I apologize. Oh, it's gonna take me forever to get him back up here. What does this do? Minus 25. That's actually quite decent. One torch is 25. Wow, so that bulwark can be a... You can fill that in for... They must have buffed that. I feel like it didn't used to be that large of a number. And kind of backfill. Should have brought... Well, I guess I could be healing here. Not very good healing, but... No, I should move him forward. You run out of torches, you can just have some Crusaders and try to use that. Embrace the dark. Nice, man. Use that doggy biscuit. I didn't realize what a huge buff that ended up being. Okay, so I can't hit either of them. I can do the minus dodge. No one really needs significant heals yet, so I shouldn't worry about that just yet. Still has the minus prod. 2 turns wasted getting up front. Ooh, good dodge. Yikes. Single target damage. Oh, it's 80% versus marked. Huh. Yeah, no kidding. I'll reuse the thing next time. They weren't marked though, were they? Oh, the vulnerability hex marked it. Okay. I didn't realize that I had that little bit of what do you call it? Synergy in this party. Yeah, I should have brought Holy Lance. I didn't bring it because I haven't been doing a lot of dungeons where I've had to deal with let's see, 10% stun chance, or 20. It's like 50% chance of stunning. It would be really good to land the stun, but the lack of damage progressing into dying probably isn't worth it. It's 22. How much is the bleed? Oh, nothing.
Death waits for the slightest
Good job missing, team. Alright, so he's totally gonna die next time I land a swing on him. So I can probably take this opportunity to heal a little bit. Do the same with Yukupo. No bleed, no bleed, no bleed. Good job. Alright, living that dream.
Dissuade the sharpened blade.
That's a cool way. Alright, didn't actually really have to deal with that. There's nothing else that I feel like I should dump, so take that, it's fine. Oh, what happened to the secret passage? Can it disappear? It wasn't showing up there when it scanned. Is it maybe that I'm too far away from it to see it? Oh yeah, screw that. We're not doing 3 battles to get 1 room. No, 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 no. You're good, Donovan. We were all laughing because you said that and you're like, all right, see you, bye. And we had all these problems with the flagellant after they
only the strength to follow it.
maxed out stress. Everyone's gonna gang up on Donovan when he gets back.
Yourself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Can you find secret rooms just by mashing up when you're walking through a hallway without having scouted from them? Or do you need to scout them to be able to get in? Great treasures. Ooh. Dude, I like these characters' head that give you a huge buff and then a stress debuff. It's very neat. Okay. I'm probably not going to need another key. At least it won't give me value equal to 3,500 gold. Never forgive, never forget. Take the risk on the shovel. And the speed stone's actually pretty nice, so I'm not sure I want to dump it. But I also have no idea what else I would dump. Does anyone else have free space? Whip shit? Okay. Should I dump the blood? What does blood do? They said that it's kind of a rare drop. Like, they're adding more. There's already kind of a loot issue in this game where it's very difficult to make decisions on what to keep and not keep.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
It does transfer between runs. When you bring blood home, it goes into the provisioning tab, and you can take as much blood as in the provisioning tab. And it matters once you start doing the courtyard. Let's hope that doesn't bite me in the ass later. And now I have to go in the curio room. Oh, but it's room battles, so I have to go to both of those rooms anyway. That's fine.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for blood.
I don't need to know the whole thing. I just want to know if it really is a good idea to save blood all the time. They made it seem like it's a super rare, extremely valuable resource. Of course, there's another shovel. There's actually 2 of them. I knew about that when I discarded my shovel. Welp. Let's go do this battle. I'm going to have to come up and then come back down, so let's do this first. Maybe we'll luck out and get a shovel on the way. Pretty easy to do once you get there. Don't stress about dropping a stack of 1. Okay. The other one also... Oh, the other one's not an empty room and there's all a bunch of it. I should just leave this dungeon now. Cut my losses, man. Look at all this loot I get to keep if I leave now. What was the reward? I review what that was? Probably not, right? Yeah, I got all this money. I got a nice new trinket. I think I'm gonna bail. Stress of defeat, whatever. I've got all these stress slots available.
We may learn to pick ourselves up once again.
Crusader, 30%. Yeah, okay, that's fine with me. I got some XP, or do you not get XP for bailing? I don't think you do you? It's fine. It's okay. These actually are all my important people. I'm trying to get those 2 level 4 people.
The sum.
Can I do something about the town as a buzz? Is there like an event that I can do to stop that from being a thing? It's been that way for like the past 4 visits to town here. You're dead, so no one matters. I might do the courtyard. I'm gonna wait on another shield breaker. Hey, she's back. Good job, Kai Mom. I think they're one of my favorite classes so far. Turn from their vision quest. Like they just go on a vision quest. Like nothing good happens. They don't get an upgrade or something. Jellen's amazing in the courtyard. I guess I only have level 1 dungeons there. Crime Lord's Molars. Crimson Court. Extra damage versus marked, stunned, and bleeding. They will pay. I only have about 7 minutes left here, so probably won't get super deep into anything. Oh, no rewards. Rat Carcass, immune to death by Crimson Curse. Interesting. Is there anything new that I can upgrade? I think I need a bunch of portraits for the guild. Yeah, I was gonna try to get the last cost reduction upgrade. Oh, what's Dungeons and Doggos? Need a ton of deeds. Deeds out the wazoo. I feel like they must have done a patch that nerfed the amount of heirlooms you could get and buffed the amount of gold you can get. Because I remember playing this a year or so ago and finding it really hard to get those. Could make these cheaper. Carrying extra. Oh, there's a chance to just cure extra diseases. That's kind of cool. Who else uses busts, though? Make sure I'm not... Okay, so Abby versus... I think I want to do the disease thing.
Curious methodologies and apparatus can calm even the most tormented soul.
I'll go ahead and try to get... I'm not going to be using Six or Sanguine for a while, so I may as well dump all their diseases. The bleed resist is a bigger deal, I feel like. Virtue Chance... I'm having bigger problems if I need to trigger Virtue Chance, but... Especially on someone that, But since I've got them to level 5, I may as well make them, like, peak fighting condition. Let's see. What else am I doing on stress? Oh my god. This group is still stressed after all of that. Goodness. Where do you want the bar? She'll only drink. If I cancel treatment, I don't get my money back, right? It looks like it gives you a chance for it to get rid of multiple diseases. Caretaker, man. Going around using up slots. Rude. Get another bar slot. Should probably do that anyway. I want to save these for the guild. You don't get the money back. Okay. This is probably worth it in the long term.
All manner of diversion and dalliance await those who cross the threshold with coin in hand.
Okay, Mom, go to the gambling hall. Vision quest didn't help her at all with her stress. You do the penance hall plaster? Oop. Communion only. That's fine. Let's see, and I might want to start selling some of these trinkets, so don't think I'm ever gonna use this. Oh, always, I can say I never want disease charms. Oh, the always was a thing to say whether I wanted to ask me. Let me turn that back on. Hold on. I don't want that to be. Never again. Interesting. Never seen that before. Give me back my warning! Oh no! Oh dear. Controllers? Really? Huh. I don't think I can turn that back off, automatically selling when I shift left click. I made it so that when I shift click to sell something, it automatically sells it without giving me a prompt, and I think I always want a prompt just in case. Okay, now we're good. It's only always if you're in this screen, and then it turns off when you leave. Good to know. So I have accuracy and range skills. I could see using one of those. Should probably give that to one of my Hellions, but mostly just puzzled Kiwi, right? I guess Serpent as well. What does she currently have? Yeah, take this instead. It's actually strictly better? Yeah, it's a flat upgrade over the Book of Holiness. What don't you like about it, Ludifex? I'd say it starts pretty slow. Stick to short, easy dungeons and just try to build up your hamlet. A big part of the problem is that in the early game, like, upgrading weapons and armor is really critical to your party being successful, but it's super expensive to do it at the beginning of the game. So I would recommend spending as much of your heirlooms as possible making the blacksmith and the guild cheaper so that you can reliably upgrade skills. You can do what Galactic Kodiak was talking about and send in some characters, like level 0 or level 1 characters, to die on purpose just to get money. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. The whole game's pretty slow. But that's the genius of it, I think. That puts us at time for Darkest Dungeon. Like I said, we're going to wrap up about 30 minutes early since we've gone over by 30 minutes in the past. So that will normalize the playthrough time, and we can discount the game by a reasonable amount. I'm going to take a short break, and then we're going to switch to Deus Ex Human Revolution, which I am playing for the first time. Be back soon. Nope, you just lose the character.